I started to walk away. I was crying like a baby. It was one of the saddest days in my life. Out of the blue, there came a shrill whistle from the factory up the road. We were so intent on what was happening at the train yard that it startled us. It was so loud that all of us spun around and looked toward the sound. At the same time, the sky was black as night. There was a huge clap of thunder and an enormous flash of lightning blinded us. When we looked back, suddenly, Mercury's firebox was glowing. Smoke was coming out of his smokestack. That was impossible. His firebox had no coal. There was no water. How could this engine suddenly come to life? The bells started to ring. That was impossible too. There was no one in the cab to pull on his bell cord. Then his light came on, brighter than it had ever been. How could this be? What was turning the generator to create electricity and light? The wheels were turning, faster and faster. There were sparks coming between the wheels and the rail. Everyone stood there in astonishment. They couldn't believe what was happening. Neither could I. And then, the impossible really happened. Mercury generated so much steam that he lifted himself off the ground. Tons and tons of iron and steel locomotive and tender rose up from the ground, higher and higher, spinning like a helicopter. Scorched gas, mouth wide open, the cigar hit the ground and sprang sparks. Gooch started laughing a crazy, hysterical laugh. Morris screamed at Mercury, waving his flaming torch. Skinell backed away, carrying behind the gondola car. Blog and Blog stood there and shrugged like it was an all-day's work for them. As for me, I just stood there in awe. Then I started to cheer. I didn't know what was happening, but it was clear. Mercury was fighting back. As he arose higher and higher, the sky got darker. The only light that you could see was Mercury's headlight. The only sound was the whistle and the bell clanging away. If there was an engine that was angry, it was Mercury. Then out of nowhere came the biggest bolt of lightning I have ever seen. All the blackness disappeared and the bright blue sky appeared again. There was a smell of ozone in the air, and Mercury was gone! The tracks that he sat on were empty. Not even a drop of water from all that steam was there. Mercury had disappeared into thin air! Scorch, Skinell, and Morris and Gooch went crazy.